Hi everyone, this is a quick introduction to the Smart Notebook software, which is the absolutely essential software that you need to learn in order to use this device. Now, in addition to the Smart Notebook, there are other pieces of software that you can use, add-ons, such as response systems, grading, all sorts of things that we're really not going to spend time on today. This is just an introductory video that gives you the broad overview of what you can do. So at the very top, much like most programs that you'll find out there, you've got a menu, starting with File, which you can do, traditional things like save, you can print, you can open, that sort of thing. You can insert things, format, there's a place for math equations, and you can also draw. Now, like most modern applications, these text options have visual representations. So for example, if I were to click on Math, Equations, Graph Table, and Graph, I've also got it right here, Show Math Buttons. If I click on it, I've got the same options. So depending on how you like to work with software, you've got both a text version and a visual version. I personally like the visual version, but there's options for everyone. So, just below the main menu, you've got a series of icons. Now, if you think of groups, and within groups there are different people or items. That's the way the software kind of works. So, for example, I just showed you math. If I click on math, it opens up the different individual members of this group. And if I were to click on the response buttons, it's going to show the individual members of the response buttons. And I can click on the main icons and close them. It's a real time saver and a space saver. Now, I can click on measurement tools, and you see I have a protractor, I have a ruler, and I also have a compass. If I were to click on this compass, I actually get a compass on my smartboard. And if I were to click on a protractor, I'm going to actually get a protractor. So this is not only good for traditional presentations, such as presentations about Martin Luther King Jr., but also I can actually do math equations in this software. It's pretty neat. So the thing you need to know about this top menu is that the first icons are generally group icons. So they're things that will open other options. Math, smart response buttons. If I were to click on shapes, it's going to open up different shapes that I can draw with. For example, if I wanted to draw a heart, I could do that. If I wanted to, let's say, change the color of that heart to blue, I could also do that. And if I wanted to do text, it opens up to the right members of that text group. So for example, if I wanted to use Comic Sans as my text, I can do that. If I wanted to highlight the text and shrink it down, I can do that as well. Now keep in mind that you probably don't want to have a slide that looks like this with your students. But when you're first learning this technology, I'm a big advocate of just clicking away. You can't hurt anything. The software doesn't break. And really, one of the best ways you can learn is just by discovery. So click away, folks. Click away. The next lesson that we're going to focus on is we're going to learn a little bit more about these slides. You'll be surprised if you've encountered PowerPoint in the past. These slides work much the same way as that software. Thanks, everyone. Speak with you soon.